as always, it is another beautiful day to be alive in America. They all hate us and they all want to come here. I have a question for you guys out there, and I've asked this question about with Ted the Talking Head about Chris Christie. Is your selected, installed 47th President of the United States of America, is he a bumbling idiot, or is he simply a condescending liar? Put it down below, because I can be both, but I am known to be a heartless little bastard, which I take as special. I really appreciate that. We're going to go to the VFW. We're going to go to the Catholic Church. And I said, let's go to the VFW and give a little gig to the military when we get there. Fish fry for all the Catholics. Once I go to church, it's for fish fry. Or if someone's getting married, God forbid, or someone's dead. So when I enter a church of worship. Because usually it's not a very Christian thing to be doing when you go there, when you're a heathen or you don't believe in the Lord Jesus Christ. When I finally stop breathing, we'll see if he lets me in. My name is Jeff, and we're live from the great state of Minnesota. I have 10,000 likes plus a couple. One and only, your favorite audio diction on that video platform. I argued with a guy from Google one time about that, and an email back and forth. And I said, it's not a video. There's no moving. The food is simply talking. On a radio station, this is the audio from the video. I get it. People like to do that all the time. So that's fine. You're not triggered me. You're looking stupid. It's an audio podcast to the new videos. Appreciate people coming in the trails, make comments, and be like some hate comments on me and Karl, an old man. It's like, thank you so much. I was listening to what's her name? Carolyn RV was speaking about her haters and stuff. She did a really good video, about you can't hold in your hate. Can ruin you. Totally agree with her on that. What's his name is in love with her. From Canada. Line screw run. I think he would premature ejaculation. She got naked with him in the rack. I liked it and shared it for her. Like the brown shirt out there. Brown views. BindViews. It was a boring ass live stream creaming for the brown shirts. Long intro if that's the way he sees it, and mention that you are a hater, you are a supremacist, rode hard, probably wet, scaring the people in his community, putting pressure on his lovely wife, going out and about, causing a ruckus. Because this voice has pushed him to the edge. Like I said, it's April 4th day, 2025. Our 31st anniversary coming up. We'll be in St. Martin. Looking forward to it. Long week, just a little under 1,000 miles on the old girl. All right, ready for a damn new oil change. We can't wait to go to St. Martin. I can travel freely, in and out in the outskirts. We always talk about the wars. Plenty of them have come and gone. Well, yes, they have. Remember, we had 1 and 2 end-all wars when the Japanese attacked us in Pearl Harbor, dragged us in to end all wars. And then they got on their knees and apologized on the mighty Mo and said, hey, bow to us. They sacrificed people at both sides of the aisle for freedom. May I speak English to you? Man the ivory tower. Who knows if he's speaking German? Could you imagine if Hitler would have said, I'm going to make this a really cool country. And I'm going to make it good. No, let's invade Poland and then decide to do some stupid stuff. But, it is, you can't change the past. You can always try to worry about the future, right? You got your choices in life, right? I always speak for the military men in the armed forces. They do have balls the size of basketballs. And yes, they always have oak trees. The men wearing blue, God bless working class. 9/11 victims. Don't forget about how they were brutally slaughtered. A far righty is speaking to the hunch, who's an inside job and had to fire somebody. He got access to the brown shirt. Remember these men and women, the 47th is a draft dodger. Just like Bill Clinton, man, Yahoo, I did not have sexual relations with a woman, Miss Lewinsky, huh? Yahoo. I never served, but I served them. All the wars. 1, 2, storm those beaches, nap next to Crouch, free the Jews, thank God. Forgotten, Korea, Vietnam, 50,000 plus, a lot of collateral damage in all the wars out there. Afghanistan, Desert Storm, many, many more. They all hate us, like I've always said. They all want to come here. People don't want to work. We have people dying in the oceans and in the deserts. But who are these people we speak of that serve you and everybody domestic and abroad who listens to my voice? In our country, it's the Air Force, the Army, and the Marines, the Navy, and the Merchant, National Guard, Coast Guard. You're not in uniform. Thank you so much. Men wearing blue, don't like a cop. Simply call a crackhead. No, come and get your young ass. That's all I'm saying. Thank you for your service. And all the men in blue in all the counties, domestic and abroad, the men and women are serving, and if you're serving in some insulation, thank you so much. NFL podcast. I get emails from military and the armed force. Appreciate. Shout outs. I'm listening to domestic and abroad. Hear anybody else? Would you shower in the shower at Penn State? I would not shower in the shower at Penn State. No way would I shower in the shower at Penn State. No, thank you. Big old bark at the moon. You know, when you're making those good choices, and look at our convicted felon, adjudicated rapist up on the hill. Maybe that's what people run with. I don't. I'll cut you off the knees and you cheat on your wife or commit crimes. All churches, Catholic churches where there's crime scenes, should be burned to the ground. You see something, please say something. Help out in your community. Don't be giving money to people on YouTube. Please do not do it. That's all I'm asking. Quit giving money to people who are e-beggars, such as BindViews. BindViews. He actually admitted he's not blind. We've known that. Called him out. He's walking the mean streets, state capital, the great state of Pennsylvania. Feel sorry, and I apologize. Publicly apologize. I cease and desist from the mayor. Because I don't work on Sunday. I told him I need to be off at a certain time, so I'll probably have Sunday morning to F off. Send a text. I said, if you need me, I can do it, but not a big deal. Good Friday, we're going to get our money from Super Bowl 59, $430. She's getting her 120. Yeah, you are your choices in life. My dad always told me, you are. You're who you run with. Run with the criminals, people that cheat on their wives. That's who you're going to be with. I run with wealthy people and people that work for a living, not criminals. Look at Douche Dave 25 running with people on YouTube and all his problems. Not me, not this cowboy. When you're having sex, fine, consensual, above 21. You can have your Jeffrey Epstein place, but everyone's 21 or older. You don't need drugs. Just have time in your life. Don't sex freak off. That's fine, but make sure it's all consensual. Let's not be doing that behavior, because we have public hangings of hurting children, elderly people, animals, less fortunate. We simply have every Sunday public hangings sponsored by Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever, and we take care of pedophiles and murderers and rapists. Sex, consensual. AIDS, herpes, gonorrhea, and needle penis. Unwanted children. Be the father of the child. Knock, knock. He has your eyes. Adam doesn't count. Now you pay 18 years on a child you never see. Baby mama runs off. Adoption is the option. There are spring babies being conceived right now. We'll be ready in December. Then the other. They don't know the father is, they know the mother is. There's a troll out there who loves to quote me. He said, he, shed, it, whatever. You women do carry the groceries. You carry the groceries. All of a sudden, you're pregnant. He's long gone. As the song says, by George Thorogood and the Delaware Destroyers. That's right, George. Delaware. Jim Schuler, Monkey Beat. Check him out. Check out Monkey Beat. I demand you. Billy Powell, Jeff Simon, and Buddy Leach. And George, who just drinks with the band, as he says. That's all we're asking. I stroll alone. I troll alone. And also, when you're out drinking, that's fine. Puke up your guts and call Uber. Call me. Call Karl with a K. Call Old Man Nation. Call Uber. Call BindViews. That's what he sees. It'll pick you up in that piece of crap truck he's got, whatever the hell it is. Maybe the bus he can come and get you. Blossom can do a Me Only fan video with you as he takes you back home because you will murder somebody and you will be a convicted felon. You cannot go see lovely and talented the guy up there who's obsessed with Carol and RV. Line screw one. I've told him to come on the show. He's too ballless. I've told him. What's going to come on the show? Carol and RV, come on the show. Call the show. She will not call the show. Just call the show. That's all I'm asking. But what do? You can't beg, borrow, and steal, right? A little over an hour show, probably to save a troll. The fish fry starts about 5:30. We'll go up in the outskirts and go to Costco and get up tomorrow morning. Rise about 1:30 in the morning. Head in and make some gear. Let me go into the auto show probably the 16th or 17th. Already got my ticket already for $11. Do some videoing. Looking forward to going to St. Martin. Can't wait. Damn right. I mean, damn right. Yeah, call someone. Those are good choices in life. But like I said, welcome to Fearmongering Radio. How the hell are you? Let's see what kind of comes in. All you people roll into the show and save trolls. A little under $100. Sources are Spreaker, Applepot, and iHeart, Spotify, Chrome, and Pod Addict. Apple Podcasts, thank you so much. Getting a lot on there lately. Appreciate it. People coming on over. United States, Australia, United Kingdom, Norway, Canada, Spain, Gambia, and Israel, as usual. Let my people go. South Korea, part of the Forgotten War, Russia, and Ukraine, and Japan, and the Netherlands. Little sake action in Japan. That will grow hair right on your nuts. Trust and believe and trust. As the great Edward James Hubbard, part of the Haggy family. Appreciate Douche doing a show yesterday, Saving Trolls. Appreciate it. Event departure. I still like the way this music is laid out. I'm bitter about it. But I'm going to build a bridge and get over it, right? What I always say, United Kingdom twice. Scotland, well, very nice. Appreciate your behaviors. I really, really do. United States, the usual behaviors. Florida, Minnesota, Louisiana, Arizona, Maryland, Kentucky, Virginia, North Dakota, and Connecticut. Minnesota, it's Minneapolis twice. North Dakota, Bismarck still. Down in Timothy, Odessa, Orlando, and Land Lakes. Arizona. Phoenix once. Virginia, Ashburn, and Kentucky, and then Benton. Like I said, I appreciate everybody that comes in. Louisiana, New Orleans, the smelly city. Thinking of Crawfish the other day. I always like Crawfish. He was good shit. Miss him. Call the show, Crawfish. I mean, call the show. So here we are on a Friday night, getting closer and closer to St. Martin. I do have a throwback one for the one who wants to have the baby of Sarasota Tim, Life and Vibe. There's a bamboo forest that I put up in 2023 on the Adventure Channel. But that will be up on the 13th on Sunday. So tomorrow's, when this comes to tomorrow's, and I have 3 more walking, point and shoot, walk and talk in the woods. So I'll probably try to get some out during St. Martin in advance. Get out and do some videoing, because I have plenty for the other channel, obviously Adventure Channels, out till September, but all depends. I mean, it's too bad they used to upload for you, so I could do a couple audios on the deck and for you guys, but it won't upload like it used to. It kind of bums me out, and I'm bitter about that too as well. Court and Page. But anyways, so yeah, Brown Views, Blind Views, and that's the way he sees it. It was boring. He did a lot of B-roll, I call that, but Carpetbagger does that behavior. Prime example, I pretend it was going to happen, I called it. He hooked up with Daily Woo, because he was on some train. I watched a little bit of his train one. He said he was going to fly all the way to Florida and back or something, because it's 70th anniversary. So him and the Daily Woo. So Daily Woo did a 25-minute video. He did a 45-minute video, 50-minute video, because they were together riding rides like a bunch of man-children. It's like, okay, great. But he does a lot of B-roll, a lot of filling in just to do these 45-minute, 50-minute long. I mean, I do an audio here. You can listen to my audio and the music in the background, with the reverb, right? You've got to worry about not seeing anything. But he does the beginning of it, the brown shirt. Got all the brown shirts, all the lieutenants all fired up, and he's just a social hour, saying hello to everybody, just like in a local jamboree and hoodanny at the VFW, the local haunt, right? There used to be that really good bar down there, that restaurant that closed. The guy died, the guy bought it and ruined it, and now he has to redo it to Italian. It was a really good bar, restaurant. I loved to bought in it, and just maybe tweak the menu. A few things I like on there, but that was stupid, dumb, and arrogant. I'm like, you idiot. But it was called Woody's. It was over there in Eden Prairie. Really great restaurant. Small. Had a nice little party room you could probably promote to any youth hockey programs to come and have their banquet in there or something. Or they have a wedding, what do you want to call it? The girls get together to have their bridal thing, whatever. But he tried to make it some weird stuff. But, yeah. Blind Views. Social hour was all it was. I thought it'd be over 2, but there was nothing to talk about. So he was rambling on about. He talked about his political beliefs, and mentioned the white supremacists, which I've called people. He's rode hard for Ace Frehley, A.K. Howard Stern, which Howard Stern loved to hate on people, which we love to do. He still does it in a different direction now. He's kind of turned against Donald J. Trump. Okay, the hunch, Donald J. Saw a picture of him walking out to do his Liberation Day with a hat in his hand, hunched over. It's an epic picture. Just a classic hunch picture. Liberation Day. People are losing money in the stock market. But he rambled on. I was listening on the way out to Ascani after I dropped in Stillwater. I put it on, so I was like, okay, halfway through, he's like running out of things to talk about, because he's talking, when he talks about Tim, he raises his voice, because he gets a chubby when he talks about Sarasota Tim. Again, this big deniability is always accountability when you have to go on, just like with New York Dam, just a lady next to us, she, the guy from a cruise, 16 days with 6 other women. They had the time of their life, right? But it's still strange for a grown-ass man to go on a cruise by himself and have the lowest. Just like with Nomadic Fanatic, you're supposed to be running around there and going from place, but not on a cruise. But he goes in the cheapest one in the whole place. I get it, man, but I'm not being in the middle, on the bottom floor, in the middle of the damn the ship, right? But it's just bizarre going to cruise by yourself, unless you're my age. and I'm single, and I'm widowed or divorced, and I'm going to go on a singles cruise, I plan on laying pipe every night. I'm going to find somewhere to bang the whole week. I'm there to meet people, not just wander around Florida for a whole month and do whatever and go on the Walmart cruise. But I know that Monty Python, the young lady, she came in the evening. He said, "Hello, darling," and talked to her. And said hello to her. So, because she does these 2-hour live. It's too bad. I'd love to see her do a stream over his young ass. Watch how pissed off he would get, because you can't overdo the king. You can't overdo the king, right? Well, and KQ, their format is just 90s behavior. That was a rock and roll station, just stupid as hell. No one gives two F's. You're rock and roll bitches. Led Zeppelin getting the loud, Van Halen, AC/DC. None of this 90s behavior. That's what other stations do here in town. That's cumulus. They have no idea what the hell they're doing. But I don't know. It's kind of bored. I'm disappointed with all the people rolling in there, and people was getting money. He was e-begging right along. So Eye for Eye made a comment that it was a gab fest, or whatever the hell it was. So I didn't get a chance to really look at it. But I went and listened to it. I'm like, okay. Then he went into like a pictures of, like, let's say they show a picture of the hunch, right? Like he is now and then, whatever, the before and after, which I've seen videos on YouTube. Probably saw a short on that. I've seen that. They do a picture of people when they're young to old, or old down to young. So it isn't like this is something that he just thought up. It's something he saw while he's sitting above the garage, right? The brown shirt, the Lee Brown shirt. I was listening to World War II of Hitler and his behaviors and what he was doing, and how he didn't like Berlin, and getting the young youth, and the brown shirts turned into the SS. I said to explain to people what the brown shirts mean and what it means. I said, no, it's not a uniform for a restaurant. It's a uniform for the Nazis, SS. And that's what they turn them into. Some just don't know history. That's the problem. When I speak history, they look at me like they're crazy. It's like, maybe read something someday. Listen to some good videos on YouTube about World War II, and the Jews being sent away after they tried to dock in New York, and they sent them back. And how we treated the Japanese after they housed them after the invasion, after they went over here in Hawaii, right? Pearl Harbor Day, right? But they sent the Jews back to be butchered by a man who didn't get death certificates, who was a coward. He killed himself, but he promoted what he does. He's a hater, and going outside because my direct involvement in giving him crap about being a blind guy, and I feel, again, I publicly apologize to your lovely wife, having her to take your young ass out. Nothing's really going on YouTube, but he watches Sarasota Tim. He'll listen to Laughing Forward talk about it for 2 hours. She wants to make money on this behavior. You're not going to sue him. I mean, she would have done it right. I noticed the sheriff was here. What's his name? The Troll Patrol took the channel down, but now he hid it, and then he renamed it, and he did like a video. It showed up all of a sudden. Why he changed it? He was sitting there with his drone and talking about it, and it's like, the gig's out when you showed your face and you got a strike, and then whatever else, just kind of, it was more fun with the sheriff, and he did 10-minute, but Passing Through Productions is obsessed with the Daily Woo, so they're always talk about that. So I guaranteed he'll talk about Carpegger and the Daily Woo, them two run around Disney, cruising around on roller coasters and stuff. I was listening to somebody. Who was it? It was somebody, I think I had listened to him or something. Somebody, there was 3 hours to wait on a ride or something. Really, 3 hours? It might have been the Woo or somebody else. Or the guy was on the thing, and the guy goes, the rides are 3 hours. Like, I'm not waiting 3 hours for any ride. I could be halfway to Chicago to see Karl in 3 hours. Not doing it. Valley Fair I've been to maybe 25 years ago. the weights weren't too bad. They had my favorite was the water rod. I love that, and I also love the wave. But this voice is not waiting for 3 hours. I would probably have to commit homicide with somebody. Then what if you have a brown alert? What do you take a potty for 3 hours? I mean, oh my goodness, bitch, please. It's like, really? And the rides are quick. It's like a quick sex, right? You just pump a few times, and you're done. That's it. You know. She's like, that's it, baby girl. That's all you get. 4 pumps and a squirt. That's all you get. 4 pumps and a squirt, and you're done. Now let's go. 1 drop, all it takes. Now you're the father, the child. Yeah, it was. I did the BindViews brown shirt's boring. It was just disappointed in his behavior, and he only mustered a 90-minute show to save a troll. Usually he babbles on for 2.5 hours, but he looked disinterested and uninformed, and nothing more to talk about. But just kind of hanging out in the outskirts, just kind of, whatever, nothing special, just kind of hanging out. So I don't know. It is what it is, it's the way she goes, the old brown shirts. He was preaching about this and preaching about that and claiming he's not a racist little pig. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but J6, it's like you've never said, is it okay that he pardoned them and that he wants to compensate them? Really? And I don't agree with burning down cities, trust me. But if you maybe you cheered him on, and you're convicted felon, adjudicated rapist, sat there and watched it happen. Now look what he's doing in the country and the world, and his tariffs. I didn't vote for this idiot. That's all I gotta say. I didn't vote for this idiot. Chords of harmony. But yeah, because Tater did a commercial and doesn't do anything, and Taterland is gone, and the next best thing what he will buy. I sent him the email in that place that Wonder Hussy put on her faker book, Cadillac Ranch, where it's an old swingers club. Be great for him. It's in Nevada. It'd be tax deductible, tax free state. Be great for him at $275,000. Do a GoFundMe and have at it. But even if I could talk on that, I could talk in that live stream. I wouldn't give him a like because there's nothing I liked about it. It was boring. I can't say anything because it is what it is. I can't say anything because he won't let me. I'm blocked. He won't let me speak because he's an Nancy boy. That's why. I don't want anything. What's this? RV Nightmare was the wrong to buy this. Liz Amazing. Yeah, I'm not buying any of these stupidity things. Yeah, it's a great picture of the hunch here. He's walking out. He's walking out. There's a great picture of him on here. It's absolutely epic with him. But he was also claiming that he was going through his when you scroll through, and you stop on something. He claimed he walked away. Well, I'm done with YouTube. I close it. So I'm scanning right now. Okay, smuggling people over the border 11 hours ago. Okay, I'm looking at all this stuff right now, and I'm done. Guess what? Done. I pushed the button down below, and it's closed. So he's blaming that it's a hall pass, that he just happens to hover over it. Deniability is always accountability when you take time out of your day, just like with the stalker, right? Did a 30-minute video claiming he wasn't close to the guy, and that's what he went down there for. Like Karl said, what does one do for a whole goddamn month? Sitting down there riding around Florida. I mean, one of the hot cesspool, non-speaking English states next to Arizona. It's hotter than hell. I mean, and the only thing good out of that country is the beach. It's not a big deal. I'd rather go to the Carolinas. I I was to Ocean City, a vacation coming on. It was fun, but I wouldn't go there again. I'd rather go to Virginia Beach. It's more fun. But whatever. It was just pretty hilarious. But he did get into political views. No one cares about your political views. No one cares. If no one listens to it, no one cares. No one wants to hear it. They want to hear you bitch. That's what they want to do. They want to hear you complain, piss and moan, whine, raise holy hell, talk about Chipotle and then threaten me with a trigger. You know what that is all about, right? Grass. Marijuana. They don't want to hear about what you think about the hunch. I'll give you my opinion. Both sides of the aisle should be embarrassed and ashamed of themselves. But it is what it is, man. It just makes you laugh and then it makes you cry and then it makes you scream. But I was disappointed in the brown shirt. I really, really was. I was disappointed in the behavior there, that he could have been a hell of a lot better. But what do you do, right? But let's go look at the brown shirt. Let's see what, because on the views he didn't get much. Cause if you're here to make money, brown shirt, okay, you're here to make. You got to talk about hatred. You got to make men hate. So, BindViews has 13,000 subs, but don't mean squat. Welcome. I'm blind. So stop all. That's only 900, 866. When he talks about Wanderlust Estate is back with a vengeance RV. Timmy gets him 2,000. Mike's living expenses wants your handouts. Look out, Dan. See, I don't know why he wastes good suffering. I mean, I have myself, but I tell you the way I see it. I mean, majority of the stuff on here is all Tim. Him and Tater live rent-free. They need to do a three-way together. Trump's help won't take back sports. Okay, no one cares. Okay. Mine is a terrible thing to waste when the lonely get access to the keyboard. I mean, like you? This content offends me. Yeah, okay. But the majority of the stuff on here is all about Tater and all about lovely and talented. So, yeah, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed that where was one I made? I want to get a comment. What is it? I had someone say, "Stop the B-roll. This is not what people came for. They feel the plenty of point and shoot upload channels." I enjoy being creative. Yeah, people are going to complain. No one gives two F's, right? Don't forget to join me for February 20th. Okay, we will. We'll be there. Because I think he's got his. Let me see. BindViews creates. Let's see what this is. Let's see what he creates. Let's see.
Welcome.
This is his creating one where he does paintings for 102, 119. No one cares. He did one. He did one of the local people here in town. There, those two people, Squirmy and Grubs. I think they moved to California, so he must watch those two. She's good looking. He's crippled. They went to California, so he obsessed with those people. So he did one on Dead Man. David House was with him 9 months ago. No one cares. No one cares. Great, you can paint. We're happy for you. Go play your guitar. So we're happy for him that he's out there and he's creating stuff that no one really cares about. Okay, so no one cares. He has pictures of food on here. Great, that's Instagram. That's nice. But anyways, BindViews, and that's the way I create. No one listens if no one cares. I'm visually impaired creator. I paint acrylics, so we're happy for you. Okay. So, no one really gives two F's. Like the blind nation guy who's actually blind. I'd always say he's selling cups, okay? I just said one day, I said, no one gives any F's about the cups. No one gives two F's about your cups. Okay, I give out my shirts and my hats when I have them to people. So, and the markets are going down. Ron absolutely hammers Trump. Yeah, good old hunch. He got that frown on his face and the hunch look. That's why I call him a hunch. He's always hunched over, and then he's got the frown on his face. He's too ballless to admit he's wrong. Okay, he's too ballless. Donald J. and his tariffs. Just too chicken to admit that he's wrong. We're going to be rich. Yeah, who's going to be rich? Good Lord. Good gig in the clouds. Huff did a video today. Keenan Springs, remote Death Valley, hideout, notorious prospector. Okay. 30-minute video. Too long, but wish you well. But, well, is he a kid behind the camera here? Let me see. What the hell? I was trying to watch him slowly go downhill. Slowly. I can't save our marriage. You're not married. You're not married. You're not married to her. Okay? So I hate to say it, but it's the way she blows. I mean, he's got 2.5 million. He's getting 56,000, 93,000. It takes a long time to get over 100,000. Boogie, let's see. I was like looking. Boogie. Then Boogie says the N-word on the Locale Live. Of course he does. He has nothing better to do. Got nothing better to do. Pope and Ghost died before 10-year anniversary 1 month ago. 44,000. No one cares. I want to go see where they what the hell was her name? Squirmy and Gus. Squirmy and Grubbs. Let's see. What are they doing these days? Because I saw when they were highlighted in the Star Tribune. Because she hangs out with a black African-American lady that has another person that's handicapped. He's in a wheelchair. So let me see. Shane's escape plan. Okay, injured. Okay, 3 weeks ago, 56,000, 1.8 million. Will we ever make up? Oh, please. I'm doing now. Okay, that's this fake drama. Weight update. I think they moved to. They still want to have a kid, potential baby. She's a good-looking woman, and I get it, he's handicapped, but a lot of it's behavior. But we way up north, Nicole got in trouble. Okay, guilty. I don't know what the hell that's all about. But yeah, they moved from I think down in California because they're living in Minnesota. Because I saw them one time on Nicollet Avenue. She was pushed in a wheelchair. So acoustic guitar won. So I know people they got a lot of they had one time, I think they had an address out to one time. People were sending them stuff to their house. I'm like, Jesus. They had a whole room full of stuff. Any business inquiries, Scorpion Grub, okay, I should send them that place they could buy in Florida. And I should send that to them, the one that when it would be pretty hilarious. Yeah, he's in a wheelchair. Nice girl, I mean, whatever, but people like to say it's fake. I don't know. If it is. I don't know. But it is what it is. But it is kind of hilarious to see the hunch. Donald J. Here's nothing about Boogie caught lying about cancer. Of course he does. What do you think? He's a liar. Why you believe what he has to say? Same thing that kid on the camera. Why would you? I mean, I lie for fun. These guys lie for a living, okay? Just like Brown Shirt. What does he do? He preaches hate. He's an unhappy person, doesn't like people. That's what he does. Doesn't like people. That's sad to be that unhappy. But when you don't have any friends, you come on YouTube. That's what you do. I don't think New York Daniel has any friends. Morning. You know, I don't think she lives by herself. Same thing with life and vibe. I'm out there myself at 70. You know, she doesn't have any. Her outlet is YouTube, so she's going to do these. Let's see how long she did her live stream for. Those are like forever. Life and vibe. Let's see. Life and vibe. Let's see how long she was life. Oh, hang on a second. I got some really big life and vibe. Let's see. My life is alive by 3 days ago. Let's see with Mighty Python the Flying Circus. This YouTuber cannot keep track of his lives. Of course not. 45-minute show. Let's see how live streams are going forever. Stream 2 days goes members only. Oh my goodness. 2.5 hour. My life was live. Okay. It's all about Sarasota Tim. I mean, she if she could, let's walk and talk. Let's live chat about what's talking over new channel goals and starting over. Okay, food, and then she had Foodie Booty, who's just a waste of good suffering. She was on her for a while. There are people out there. Saturated content talks a lot about people too as well. So her whole channel is either about Timmy or about Foodie Beauty. That's all there is to it. I guess she's allegedly a nurse, but I don't know. Foodie Booty is just hilarious. I mean, I've seen her videos. She loves the trolls because it makes her. But it is what it is. And but the hunch in his lovely and talented tariffs, bumbling a constant liar. That's all there is to it, man. The guy has no idea. He's been bankrupt emotionally and physically. He's a waste of good suffering, and bringing down the stock market. I mean, my blind trust is still there. I mean, my 401k. It's not a big deal, but not overly heavily in the stock market. But he just doesn't get it. He's too stubborn. The egos, and then they're going to come back, and people are going to be losing money. And people are still, he fired those 3 people because that right-wing fart chick had a meeting with him. He denied it, but she went in and said these people are disloyal, chopped their heads off. It's just hilarious how he's just, the guy is just beyond approach. Doesn't really care. There's very little F's given for him. He can care less. So I don't know. Who knows? He could care less. Jay the boy, the clown Tefner haunted house. Come on, man. It's April, for Christ's sake. Oh my goodness. Let's call one of the haters. Let's see if he's in the building. Call Karl. Karl, come to the show. BindViews, and that's the way we see it. Welcome to the show. How's it going?
How's it going?
Well, I was just speaking about your uncle and I was speaking about the hunch Donald J and his behavior. But let's get to the meat of the order. Well, first, how is Sarasota Tim? How is your little brother? How's he doing?
He's boring as shit.
He what?
He's boring as crap. He won't do nothing.
He's not getting anything.
At least he's eating a little better because he got himself a decent grill, but that's about it.
No, Sarasota Tim?
Yeah.
So there's no good.
He went out, paid the money, and got a better grill. So.
Oh, he got a better grill. I see. Okay, another grill. Okay.
Yeah. So his food's better. He's been buying these $40 grills at Walmart, and they've been burning his food, and he doesn't know why.
Oh, good Lord!
It's a cheap ass grill.
Well, I think we got to put Daniel Daniel the stalker on that behavior. We got to get him down there, really find him, and just walk up to him and go, "I'm here. I'm a do-gooder. I'm going to be your bitch boy." So, what's Daniel doing? Is he still stalking down there in Florida?
Yeah, he was hanging out in a grotto.
Are you serious?
He was swimming in the beach and get kicked off by the cops at like 1 a.m. saying, "Son, you got to go or you're getting a ticket."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
God damn, what a stalker he is, man. That guy's nuts. He's crazy.
I don't know. I don't have a month where I can just go to Florida and hang out.
Yeah. So he was swimming in a grotto in the middle of the morning. That's crazy. A cop sees that. They should have arrested this young ass. They should have gave him a ticket. That'd have been hilarious.
I don't know. He probably sweet talks his way out of it.
Well, you know what you're doing. I'd say, hey, listen, we're going to impound your car. You're going to jail for trespassing. Put him in the hoosegow just for fun.
They don't get room to put all those people in jail.
Yeah, but you hold them overnight, make him think about it, and throw his bail. They make a little money, You know what? It's 1 o'clock in the morning. He knows better. He's a grown ass man. I'm sorry. But was it live when the cop came over, or was it after the fact?
After the fact.
Okay. So it's allegedly, right? It's allegedly.
This buds out. They're going to die.
What?
I had to switch my earbuds out. The other ones were going to die.
So it's more or less allegedly.
Allegedly what?
That he was caught in the grotto, because there was no video evidence of it, right?
No, he didn't get caught in the grotto. He was like, I don't know if he was sleeping on the beach or if he was laying on the beach. That's when he got caught. The grotto he didn't get caught in because there's a lifeguard during the daytime. You can't be in it, and he went after dark.
Okay.
Like the little spook he can be.
I don't know about your little brother. I think you need to talk some sense into his young ass.
He seems to have fun doing what he does.
Yeah, I know, but it's time to go back to New York and be a regular old man, or just simply find Sarasota Tim. And we need video evidence. It's not a green stream. He needs to follow him into a restaurant and walk up to him and go, "I'm your stalker." You know, like, you ever seen a movie with Nerds? He meets the guy who picks his nose. It's like he meets his king, you know. It's kind of like, you know, you meet Trump and you're just this, you know, you're like, oh my God, he's my hero. So
now Brian777 says they got an agreement to meet, but I've never heard it.
Really?
I've never heard about it. Yeah. But they're going to meet at a convention center or something. So I'm not sure where he's getting that information from.
That'd be pretty epic if they did. That'd be pretty epic.
Or it's an April Fool's joke. I can't see Tim meeting him after all this time avoiding him.
There was some guy who made a comment about me and you on my video, that me, you, and the old man, what's his name, Old Man Nation, we're three idiots. Like, true. You know, I just liked it. It's like, yeah, okay, you know, I get it, you know. I appreciate both.
I'm starting to wonder if Sarasota Tim is letting us talk.
I'm sorry, what?
On your show.
Would he call my show Sarasota Tim?
I don't know if he would or wouldn't.
No, he wouldn't. I don't think he would. I mean, what's his name? Grifter would be fun, but I don't think he knows how to dial a phone. So
JJ, his friend in the Villages, has a channel called Crushing It.
Yeah, he's made comments before.
Yeah, so you could go to his channel and make comments and kind of try and go through JJ, because I've kind of spoken indirectly to Tim through JJ.
Okay. Yeah, because Crushing, he's made a few comments on my videos. Crushing has. He's made a few comments.
What do they call it? Government indirect negotiations or whatever.
So, what'd you think about your uncle? We talked on the phone. I just said it was a lot of B-roll at the beginning of this, you know, the drops of people, like he was filling time, you know. And he kind of, you know, it was kind of a boring. Then he started doing the before and after pictures.
Oh, he totally drags it out, because you can listen to it on 2 times speed, and it's just like regular.
Right.
I mean, you don't miss the thing.
What are you doing in the background?
I'm all done. I'm just doing my last delivery, and now I'm going to be in the van, so I'll be all good.
Okay. But no,
had some garbage blowing out of the van I had to chase down.
Okay.
Don't want someone calling, "Hey, dude threw garbage in my yard."
But no, the brown shirts were boring. I thought it was a very boring live stream. Like, he didn't know what to talk about. He mentioned that he's on a white supremacist and other behaviors out there, and then they talked about the political behaviors, and then, okay, that was kind of cool. And pissed him on about the deniability on Sarasota Tim. Quit lying. We know you watch him, okay? Because he already made that. Remember before, about a month ago, he's not going to talk about it. He's not going to speak about him anymore, but he still does. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, I think we kind of thought I thought it was going to be boring, because there's really nothing going on.
Right. But I just thought it was kind of boring. I mean, you know, he's in there just talking to people. He can sure read that chat room pretty good. He can really read that chat room real well. You you know.
Well, it's a studio. He set it up so it'll work for him, and he slows it down.
Well, yeah, he does that so he can speak to the money, but he also, I think he has it on subscription only. So if I subscribe, I can talk to him, but I can't because I'm blocked.
I think everybody comes up, but he can slow it down because he can't just read it if it goes flying by. I mean, even if you have good eyesight, you might not even be able to do that.
Well, he'll look, if you give him money, he'll see it because they will highlight it.
Yeah, it pops up, and if you're a member, I think your comment pops on the screen.
Correct. Yep.
Instead of just in the regular, just in the.
You get some privilege there. Is that you get to the king gets to see your name, and you get to have the king shout you out. So.
You would have loved it if you watched. Hello, Ray. Ray, I watch your stuff, but I don't comment all the time because I'm down in the living room watching it on TV, and I can't. It's 2 hours, so we're watching it on the TV. I'm not up here watching it.
Yeah, I know. I heard that. I'm like, yeah, okay. You with your wife? I highly doubt your wife's gonna sit and watch some other lady who talk like Mighty Python talk about Sarasota Tim for 2 hours.
If he has a smartphone, he can comment on YouTube TV because I can do it.
Correct.
But maybe he doesn't have a smartphone. Maybe he still has a stupid phone. But if he's watching it with his wife, he can comment.
Oh my God. Yeah, I heard him say that. Yeah, but I still love the excuse about.
I think that's a bullshit reason.
I know.
I think he can comment on YouTube TV.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm not going to sit on a couch for 2 hours. I can listen if I want to listen to Miss Mighty Python. I'll listen to her when I'm driving. If I have to listen to that screeching voice, I'm not going to sit on my couch, the base of my house. I have an 85-inch TV I got free from work about a month ago. They were going to throw it away, and I brought it home and put it in the wall. Okay. And it's a nice TV, okay? But I've watched it maybe 10 times since we've gotten the damn thing. I'm surely not going to waste good suffering on an 85-inch TV to watch somebody. I can watch a movie. I'd rather watch Platoon again. I'd rather watch Toy Story. There's a lot of good movies I'd rather watch than 85-inch TV. God forbid, if my nephew brought my Super Nintendo back down, we played on that 85-inch. I'd rather play that, but I'm not. I'm not playing video games on my TV, but I would rather do that instead of listen to her for 2 hours, ramble on about Sarasota Tim. So.
Yeah, he's not out driving like we are.
I know, but it's like... It was boring. I thought it was very lackluster. Even if I could, it was a very lackluster live stream to like or dislike. I mean, I think I made a comment down below my live stream from yesterday that was boring. So, he usually likes to be entertained, but it was mainly just scratch and sniff.
If I was in my 70s, I'd probably be entertained.
Yeah, so.
I mean, it's just someone he's like Uncle Fester every Thursday night.
Mm-hmm.
Tune into Uncle Fester, listen to him bitch about somebody.
Mm-hmm. Yep, just kind of hanging out in the outskirts,
and it's meant for live, so it's people that'll do that, whereas his shorter stuff is just meant for content.
Right. Yeah, I know, but I like how he kind of mentioned that he's not a white supremacist and the political behavior, and no one really cares about your political beliefs, whatever else, So he was.
I think he's thought about it, and he doesn't really have a defense. He's not blind. He does lean right.
Lean right? He runs right, man. He's.
Yeah, whatever, but he's on the right side of the spectrum. He is a meat egger. He can't hide from that.
Right.
What's the other thing? He does look like an aging rock star.
He does. Gene.
He could say he's not Howard Stern, but he's a little controversial.
Yeah, well, that's a Howard Stern.
He does talk radio. He does talk whatever you want to call YouTube.
Right.
So. And he's got kind of curly hair, and he's an older dude, kind of thin. So,
he's just a very unhappy man.
I just don't see where he can run from any of that. It may not all be right on the money, but it's all, mostly accurate.
Well, when I pointed it, see, I'm the one that pointed it out, the Ace Frehley, and I think that kind of hit people right when I said he looked like Ace Frehley, rode hard, put away wet, because people will say that phrase,
Yeah, but the more people think about it, the more they're like, yeah, he does. He says he used to be a roadie and plays the guitar, and he's got long hair. Wears cut T-shirts. All his T-shirts are like rock related.
Yep. It's like
if you're going to try and distance yourself from that, you'd have to change.
Right. Rode hard. Hang on. Rode hard. Put away wet. Okay.
My father used to use that saying when there'd be like a lady he didn't want to have anything to do with.
Oh, really?
Why don't you date that one, Dad? Oh, no, she's rode hard. I don't want it. I don't know if he said the put away wet part, but he'd say she's been rode hard. He's not interested. I'm like, okay, Dad. I don't see it, but whatever.
Yeah, it's what's his name has said that. Jim Schuler from Monkey Beat has said that in the song. You rode hard, put away wet. So it's
I mean, my dad was in the Navy, so I don't know if he got it from there.
Probably. I mean, they when they went ashore, whatever you'd get. So
yeah.
But yeah, I just thought it was disappointing in live stream. I wanted some whining and pissing and moaning. He talked about Tater, which I think he's overly obsessed with Tater. I really do. I think he's so bitter because didn't you tell they broke it off?
But all he did is his motorcycle doesn't work, and he made a commercial.
Yeah.
What more? How can you dig into that?
Yeah.
And it's really only a commercial if you're a nomad, because if you're stationary, you would get the Starlink.
Correct. I know Wonder Hussy has a Starlink. She has a Starlink. She uses that sometimes when she goes, because she goes to what's that thing, Burning Man, and she brings it with her.
Yeah, I think you can bring Starlink with you, and it doesn't really. It's not really that different to set it up.
Yeah, because she has one, and I think Wandering Gypsy one time mentioned it, and somebody else one time had one too as well. I know a guy I work with, they do camping. Him and his wife go camping for a week at a time when they vacation, and they have a Starlink. So
yeah, I see them all the time in the country, and I always ask people about them, and everybody 100% have said they love it.
Yeah, so Starlink.
It works better than anything they ever had.
Yep. So that can be either or with that behavior. So.
Wow. I live in Illinois, which is like right in the belly of the country, so maybe we have pretty good coverage for Starlink.
Oh yeah. Well, you just got to set it up. The way you go. I know I've heard many people use it. So his connected internet is whatever. I don't know, but I think Starlink is. A lot of people use that. When any of your RV people will use that. So.
Yeah. So I think that's what I would use if I was going to get nomadic. Mm-hmm. When we're tooling around the Great Lakes, take a Starlink with it.
Mm-hmm. Well, if what's his name was smart, Nomadic Fanatic, he'd be smart. Is him and his girlfriend do a whole thing all the way around the whole the Great Lakes. That'd be a great circle for them to do. You know what I'm saying? But then again, they probably have to. They probably have to take her one of his thing, because the bus would be a big problem trying to find a place to park that thing.
Yeah, that'd be a nightmare trying to travel in that bus.
Yeah, to go around the Great Lakes, that'd be a big problem. But I just
want to stay in truck stops, it'd probably be all right. That'd be about it.
But you want to be able to stay by the lake and stuff, whatever else. But he's gonna, again, I guarantee it, that that bus will be sold in the middle of next year. He will sell it because he's going to realize he just can't go running off with that thing. He's going to realize it when he wants you to do like when we were in, I think it was Myrtle Beach a couple years ago. They had a really, really cool big RV park there. You know, it was right by either Virginia Beach or if it was Myrtle Beach. But off the main street, they had a really nice RV park. I guaranteed he would be able to put his bus in there. There's no way, you know. So,
yeah, but Nomadic Fanatic doesn't really like staying at RV parks, so I don't think that would really bother him.
Well, I understand that, but after a while, you want to hook up.
But he does want to boondock, and he does harvest house, and there might be certain harvest houses he wouldn't be able to go to.
Correct. He'll find out that a bus thing is somewhere you're going to be for 4 months at a time, and you're going to be there at one spot, and you pull a car or whatever, and then you leave the bus at a spot for 4 months. But he's going to realize I get it was his dream to have one. It's like me wanting to have a Lamborghini or something, and it's like I'm too afraid to take it out. You know what I'm saying? Again, the small buses are the best little buses to buy, or even a shuttle. You know, like what his girlfriend has, something like that to drive around. But then again, when you do take him to RV park, because he doesn't like rules. That's his problem. He doesn't like rules. That's a problem with Mac Fanatic. He's doesn't like rules. You know, so they won't let you in unless it's a certain age, and also if it's a build out, they might not let it in. Certain RV parks don't want old RVs because what's her name's talked about that. What the hell's that lady's name again? I keep forgetting her name. Liz Amazing's talked about that. But he doesn't want to stay at an RV park. So that's the big thing for him is when that engine starts deteriorating. Oh God, yeah, we've talked about that. Absolutely. Yeah. And we've talked about
that's going to be the death knell. That's what's going to kill him. Yeah,
we've talked about that. I told you, Wonder Hussey's sister had a boyfriend she was dating. I don't know if she still is, and he had a mid-sized bus. It was a nice bus. I remember I saw she showed it. It was nice, and he had a problem with it in where they live. Right? He was there for 2 months to kind of hang out with her sister, and he had a problem with it. Well, they had to get it towed into Las Vegas to get fixed. And it was like $2,000.
Yeah, because if he needs to get that thing towed, it's just not a normal tow truck. You got to get the semi record.
Yeah, and that's going to be that's be $500. Hopefully, it's an easy tow somewhere. But he'll find out when he starts driving it more often, and he has a problem with that. I don't wish the guy any ill will. I don't. Yeah. I want to see him have a successful time. And 10 minutes, no problem.
Yeah, and then he's going to be at a service, you know, he's going to be last in line because they're going to be fixing all the trucks that they have big contracts on.
Correct.
First, he's going to be the low guy on the totem pole.
Right.
So he might pull in there and they're like, in about 2 or 3 weeks we can get it done.
Right. Well, I did get one on here. I did give me a song, Rode Hard, Put Away Wet, so... I got 2 of them right here, but it says Road Hard, Put Away Wet. My boots are dust and my face is grime. I've been chasing sun 1 mile at a time. So, gave me 2 of them. So, anyways, I got the 10-minute warning from my lovely wife. So we're gonna go. We're gonna go to the VFW. They have all you can eat fish. So.
Oh yeah, fish. Gotta get there before they run out.
Exactly. I gotta be the beta cock here. So thanks for calling the show. I appreciate you coming on. I really appreciate it. All right.
All right, cool. We'll see you.
All right, there he goes. Karl with a K, ladies and gentlemen. We always appreciate Karl coming on the show. But anyways, you guys, appreciate it. Remember the military, the armed forces, branches. Air Force, Army, the Marines, the Navy, the Maritime Coast Guard, uniform, men wearing blue, don't like cop, call crackhead, safe sex issue with thrill pill, put on a condom, okay? From the outskirts, poor side, be good. We'll be good at it. I'll talk to you guys all later. Happy weekend. This voice is out.